Have you ever just stared at a massive goal, a huge project, a life-changing ambition, and felt completely, totally overwhelmed? Like, you don't even know where to begin? Yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're going to dive into a simple but really powerful strategy to conquer that feeling and make real progress, even on the biggest projects you can imagine.
I mean, it's the classic problem, isn't it? You get this paralysis because the finish line just feels so far away. It feels like you need to make some giant leap. But what if the answer is actually something much, much smaller?
Okay, so what's the big secret here? Well, it's not some crazy, complex productivity hack you have to download or anything. No, it's a single, fundamental principle that turns tiny, consistent efforts into something absolutely monumental. It's all about the power of compounding. So, the whole point is this. You gotta stop trying to leap across the entire canyon in one single jump. It's just not gonna happen. Instead, you focus on laying one small, totally manageable stone, day after day. Each stone might seem like nothing on its own, but over time, they build a bridge. They create an impact that's way bigger than the sum of its parts.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's from Sanjayda, who's a significance coach, and she lives by this stuff. It's not about finding more hours in the day, it's about making those small daily additions actually count for something.
Okay, so the theory is cool and all, but what does this actually look like in the real world? You know, on a regular Tuesday morning. To find out, we're going to peek at a real-life to-do list for a mission that is, frankly, enormous.
And we're not talking about just writing a book or learning an instrument here. The to-do list we're about to see, it belongs to someone whose goal is, and I'm not kidding, to literally help make the entire planet a better place. Sounds impossible, right? But just watch how it gets broken down. Okay, here it is. And what's so wild is just how manageable this looks, right? It's not some endless scroll of 100 different things, it's just two. First, a vulnerability analysis for a specific Indian state, Odisha, and second, creating a registration for a web portal. I mean, on their own, these are not world-changing tasks, but they're the small, concrete, daily steps that really fuel that compounding process. Okay, that first item, vulnerability analysis. It sounds a little intimidating, maybe a bit complex. So what does that actually mean? Let's break it down, because really understanding that small step is the key to seeing the huge picture. So this analysis, what is it? Well, Sangeeta explained that it's all about digging into local data, things like poverty rates, access to clean water, stuff like that, to figure out which areas are most at risk. This helps them know exactly where to focus their energy to get the biggest impact. And the result isn't just some report that collects dust on a shelf. No way. It's a real-deal strategic roadmap for making smart decisions and getting resources to the people who need them the most.
All right, but analyzing data for just one state, how in the world does that connect to a global mission? Well, this is where you really see the magic of compounding kick in. It's all about knowing the why behind every single little thing you do.
Think about it. Each one of these daily tasks, every analysis file, every registration form, it's like a single brick. And day after day, brick by brick, they're building something huge, something really significant. This is the foundation of a legacy. And that huge thing they're building, it's a vision that Sangeeta calls green wealth. And it's such a powerful idea. It's a kind of success that isn't just about the money, but about lining up your money with your integrity and your values, to actually create a positive change in the world. And this is what that green wealth is all about, what it's building toward. A globe that's calmer, cooler, cleaner, greener, and yes, richer. It is a massive, massive vision. But you gotta remember, it all starts with one tiny step, like that one vulnerability analysis in one state. That is compounding in action, right there. And that really is the key, isn't it? Her work isn't just about ticking boxes and completing tasks. It's about helping people find their own solutions and, in the end, create a legacy. That's the real juice, the real power behind all those small daily actions.
Okay, so this is all great, but how do we bring this back home, to our own huge goals? Let's talk about how you can apply this super simple but incredibly powerful principle to whatever mountain you're trying to climb right now.
So what's the one thing you should walk away with? Honestly, it's this. Forget all the complicated systems and fancy productivity apps. The real power here is in how simple it is. Just give yourself permission to completely ignore the giant goal for a second. And instead, just ask yourself this. What is the absolute smallest step I can take today to move forward? Then go do that. Wake up tomorrow, do it again. That's it. That is the entire strategy. So,
I'm going to leave you with this one question to chew on. Think about that project in your life that feels impossibly big. What's one tiny piece, one little task, your own version of that vulnerability analysis that you can chip away at today? What's going to be your first step to start that amazing compounding effect?